Hey friends, today we're going to be talking about a touchy topic that is probably going to trigger some people. So today we're going to be talking about weight loss.
But not in the way that you might think. This isn't about dieting or restricting. This is about how I supported my hormones, stopped overtraining, started eating more, and reduced stress. And my body naturally changed as a result.
So at 20 years old, I was probably at my heaviest ever. I especially started holding water around my thighs and my hips. I remember it was also really painful at times to sit for very long hours and stuff. And yeah, I think around 21, I became more of like a rebel and started questioning all of the systems. So I quit taking birth control and I lost all of the weight I gained from 15 to 21, like pretty rapidly. I still like had unclear skin and very heavy periods and painful periods, but I had lost all of the weight without like changing my diet or my workout regime or anything. It was intense, but that also made me realize that I was right from the start, that there was something like in birth control that my body wasn't like able to handle. I know it works, I guess supposedly very well for some people. That wasn't the case for me. So back then I was working out and teaching yoga 4 to 5 hours a day. Sometimes, well, most of the times on an empty stomach, to be honest. I just had a Oatly latte in the morning and that was it. And that was also the time when my skin was at its worst. And I wasn't as heavy as when I used to take birth control, but I was holding a lot of water, like water retention in my thighs, and I always looked really puffy, also like in my face. And I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with my life. But again, I was just so caught up in that mindset that I had to eat as little as possible and train as much as possible to get me to like have incredible results. I don't know. So it wasn't until I got very, very depleted from doing all of these workouts and yoga flows and teaching yoga and stuff. So at some point, I just couldn't do it anymore. So I quit and I stopped working out and doing yoga for a couple of months. And that was also the time when I started eating breakfast, but because I had some more time on my hands. So, like the time when I used to work out in the morning, I spent having a nice little breakfast and doing a meditation. And I again lost a lot of weight, like very rapidly. And that was such an interesting mindset shift for me to realize, like, oh, I can actually have breakfast and work out less or not at all and still look lean and toned. Yeah, it was incredible. So after like a couple of months, I started doing like these low intensity workouts again and went for walks again and started like really implementing cycle syncing, but not like in a obsessive way. Like I don't do seed cycling because also you know that I'm a former endometriosis patient, so I really stay away from phytoestrogens. as much as I can. But like I'm really trying to intuitively listen to my body what it needs at a certain day. And if I feel off and I feel like I cannot do a workout on a given day, I will take a rest day or two. And I don't force myself anymore to do my workouts. And I also eat in abundance. So I never get to this point anymore where I feel so depleted. I don't have any energy anymore because I know I'm always like fueling my body instead of restricting. So back in 2021, I started doing low impact Pilates exercises, restorative yoga flows, and going for walks. And as I said before, I started eating breakfast. And it still seemed pretty ironic to me that I was eating more than ever and exercising less while still being like in the best shape of my life. And again, I achieved this through like, I want to say pleasure over pressure. I stopped exercising on an empty stomach and really listening to my body and taking longer breaks and doing more low intensity workouts while eating in abundance and really fueling my body with all the whole food nourishment and goodness that I could get my hands on. And I'm so happy that I got to this point. So back in 2022, I did my first holistic health coach training focusing on nutrition because I realized the 80-20 rule really is a thing. So 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. And it changed a lot for me. So that's also the time when I started creating a lot of recipes for Instagram and obviously for myself to eat and indulge. And I started really enjoying the process of it all. And so I love cooking and baking, and it's even become like one of my love languages. So if I love you, I will cook or bake for you, for sure. So it is now 2026, and I pretty much stayed in the same body shape from like my dream body shape from 2021 till 2026. And it was actually pretty easy and not hard at all. Like, I love cooking, I love baking healthy stuff, and I love exercising in a way that makes my body feel good. And this goes to show what listening to your body really does for you. Your body wants you to feel good. It wants you to thrive in life. And it took me such a long time to really get this. And this year in 2026, I actually did start running again. I never thought I would start running again in this lifetime, to be honest. But I'm not doing this to get into like a better shape or whatever, or to lose weight, or to run as many miles as I can, or to run as fast as I can. I just do it because it really helps me to get into a positive mindset. So that's my goal with that. And I stopped before I get depleted. And I also take like long breaks. I just go for runs 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm like really mindful with it. Like, I'm not trying to push myself as hard as I can. I just want to be able to enjoy the run and feel energized right after instead of feeling depleted. So my only goal that I have, which isn't really a goal, is to just do like 5K and do it in a way that makes me feel good and not depleted at all, like doing it really easily, effortlessly. That's the goal for this summer. So right now, I'm obviously still loving my healthy recipes and creating those for you guys, and also for me to eat and indulge in. So if you want to see more of that, feel free to take a look at my YouTube shorts or Instagram. And also in my personal journey, I started upping my protein, and this isn't about blindly jumping onto trends because everyone keeps talking about this right now. I also still have my fiber with it, so this is really important, you guys. Protein and fiber, don't forget about that. And I started doing that because I unintentionally started losing some weight due to my cardio, like my running. So I upped my protein because I still want to look a little bit toned, you know? And in life in general, I feel like I've never felt this fulfilled in my entire life than I do now. And I'm hoping I'm not jinxing it by saying it out loud, but I love my healthy recipes. I love my workouts or exercises. I love my healthy daily routines, and it took me a really long time to get here. So I'm so proud of myself. And as I said before, I also love creating content for you guys and connecting to you guys on the daily. And overall, I'm feeling so fulfilled right now. So I thought to myself, this is actually the most perfect time to give back to you guys. So actually, I have something really exciting coming out soon to better help you thrive in life and have balanced hormones. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and talk to you soon.